Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Matador News. I'm Danny Max.
And I'm Rebecca Lopez.
At least 6 aftershocks have shaken Southern California since yesterday's 4.4 earthquake hit the Westwood area. The earthquake hit along a little-noticed fault under the Santa Monica Mountains. Experts say this is a reminder that seismic danger extends beyond familiar fault lines. Seismologists estimate the earthquake was at least 900 times weaker than the 1994 Northridge quake. The quake caused no injuries and only minor damage.
The CSUN Police Department has promoted Chief of Police Mark Benavides to lieutenant. Benavides has been with the department for 12 years. The department says it promoted Benavides because of his outstanding work ethic.
Graduating students will soon receive an email requesting them to print out their commencement ticket on Ticketmaster. Students are only allowed to print out 7 tickets. If there are additional tickets printed, they will become invalid. Students who need additional tickets can request them through Ticketmaster. Tickets must be reserved by April 14th.
CSUN basketball felt the agony of defeat and the joy of championship over the past weekend. The women's basketball team won the Big West tournament, defeating Cal Poly 73-58. That gave them a spot in the NCAA tournament. The men's basketball team fell just short, losing a heartbreaker in the Big West championship game to Cal Poly 61-59. Coach Reggie praised the Matadors and congratulated Cal Poly.
The women had a 20-point lead with 5 minutes left, but the Mustangs went on to a 10-0 run. But the Matadors adjusted and won by 15. Ashley Guay led CSUN with 25 points. The first round of the NCAA tournament is scheduled for March 22nd and 23rd, and CSUN is the 16th seed and will play #1 Stanford in the Western Regional. Here's Monica Olivas with player from a women's basketball team.
I'm here with Cinnamon Lister. She was a starting guard at this Saturday's championship game. So this is the first time CSUN's Big West Conference history that the women's team is headed to the NCAA tournament. So Cinnamon, what was it like in that locker room after that big win?
It was amazing. We're all just screaming, going crazy, hugging each other and hugging the coaches. The energy was amazing. We're all just taking pictures and just enjoying the moment, soaking it all in.
So what do you think this win does for the school as a whole?
Hopefully it brings a little bit more like school spirit and pride, and obviously brings a little bit more funds since we're going to the tournament. But hopefully like more students have more sense of pride in their sports, and brings everybody closer.
Yeah. So you're going to go against one of the best teams in the country. How are you and your team preparing for this big tournament?
We're just preparing like any other game. We're going hard every day in practice, getting a lot of shots up. But obviously we got to prepare for this team a little different because they're a little bit bigger. But we're just going to keep going hard in practice.
So thank you so much for being here, and good luck against South Carolina. Back to you guys in the studio.
Police in Anaheim are investigating the death of a 21-year-old woman whose body was found on Friday on a conveyor belt inside an Anaheim trash sorting facility. The woman's death has been tentatively ruled a homicide. Detectives believe the woman, Jure Nicole Estep, was probably dumped in a garbage bin and then delivered to the plant by a trash truck. There are no suspects at the time. A nonprofit that works with sex workers based in Oklahoma held a candlelight vigil last night. Estep was arrested multiple times and convicted at least once for prostitution. She had been featured in several videos of street life posted on YouTube and elsewhere in 2012.
Noted fashion designer and longtime girlfriend of Mick Jagger, Loren Scott, was found dead yesterday. She was found in her New York apartment. Her body was discovered hanging from a doorknob by her assistant. Loren was 49 years old and had been dating Jagger for 11 years. There were no signs of forced entry, and the New York Examiner will determine the cause of death.
A college student in Connecticut is suing a fraternity and 11 of its members for $10 million for an alleged rape last May. The victim, Cabri Chamberlain, has decided to openly identify herself to bring attention to the issue of sexual assault. Chamberlain was attending a fraternity party at the Psi Upsilon at Wesleyan University when she had tried to leave, and a male student stopped her and raped her in front of numerous others. After an internal investigation, the university expelled the alleged assailant and imposed sanctions on the fraternity. The lawsuit says the fraternity failed to provide proper training and security. Chamberlain has taken a leave of absence from the university since the attack.
A television pitchman known for late-night infomercials and weight loss books is heading to prison for fraud. 51-year-old Kevin Trudeau was handed a 10-year sentence for violating a federal court order to stop making misleading infomercials and misrepresenting weight loss books. The order was issued in 2004. 2 years later, Trudeau appeared in 3 more infomercials, and that continued to deceive customers. Trudeau sold more than 850,000 books and made nearly $40 million during his 30-year career.
A news helicopter has crashed near the Space Needle in Seattle, killing the 2 people inside. Their names have not been released. The helicopter is used by CNN news affiliates KOMO and King TV in Seattle. The helicopter hit 3 cars and critically injured 1 man. He had burns over 50% of his body. The meteorologist from King said the weather did not appear to contribute to the crash. The visibility was clear and the winds were calm. Representatives of the National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA will help investigate the crash.
26 nations are now involved in the search for the Malaysian airliner that disappeared 10 days ago. Investigators still don't know when the plane's communication systems shut down. But shortly after the flight took off, experts say it took one of 2 routes. The families of the missing passengers are holding out hope that the plane landed. Right now, it's not known whether the plane landed or crashed.
The Kremlin says Crimea is now a part of the Russian Federation. Russian President Vladimir Putin, the Prime Minister of Crimea, and the mayor of the city, Sevastopol, made it official in a signing ceremony this morning. 97% of Crimean residents voted to become part of Russia Sunday. But the interim Ukraine government, the European Union, and the United States have condemned Crimea's secession bid. Putin points to the historical and cultural ties between Russia and Crimea as the reason for Crimea's decision to break from Ukraine. Russia's parliament is expected to ratify Crimea as a part of the Russian Federation by the end of this week.
President Obama has awarded the Medal of Honor to 24 Army veterans. It is the 2nd largest mass presentation of the nation's highest award for combat bravery. This group of recipients includes 17 soldiers of Hispanic origin. Six are from Southern California. In 2002, Congress ordered a 12-year review of thousands of files from Hispanic and Jewish veterans who fought in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and many have been passed over for the Medal of Honor due to ethnic bias. This is the first group of soldiers who were found to be discriminated against by the armed forces.
And now for sports, here's Mihkel Teemant.
The Clippers' 11-game winning streak came to an end with a 110-100 loss to the Denver Nuggets. Blake Griffin in the 3rd quarter, the Clippers down by 4. Paul passes to Griffin. Clippers down by 2. Griffin finished with 26 points and Paul finished with 29. The Clippers could never gain the lead. Denver's J.J. Hickson gets some help from Aaron Brooks and slams at home for an 87-85 lead. From there, the Nuggets built on their lead and won by 10. The Clippers now have a few days off. They play the Detroit Pistons at Staples Center on Saturday. The Dodgers have arrived in Australia, where they will open the Major League Baseball season on Sunday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They got their first look today at the hallowed Sydney Cricket Ground that has been redesigned for baseball. Manager Don Mattingly says the chance to play in the park is historic and exciting. The Dodgers held a 4 p.m. workout to shake out jet lag after a 15-hour flight. The Dodgers will play an exhibition game against Australia's national team Thursday. The season opener will be on Sunday at 10 a.m. our time. Phil Jackson has returned to the New York Knicks. The Knicks announced Jackson's hiring earlier today at the news conference at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks say he will be in charge of all basketball decisions. Jackson led the Lakers to 5 championships and the Chicago Bulls to 6. He played on 2 championships with the Knicks in 1970 and 1973. That's it for sports. Back to you, Danny.
Thanks, Michael. It's a beautiful day here at CSUN. Today's highs are in the low 80s. The warm weather will continue the rest of the week and then cool down into the 70s over the weekend.
The Mega Millions jackpot is estimated to be $400 million for tonight's drawing. It has become the 3rd largest prize in lottery history. California Lottery spokesman Alex Traverso says sales are up to 19% since the last year. The chances of hitting the Mega Millions jackpot are 1 in 259 million.
A couple's quick action has saved the life of a 3-year-old child. They were moving out of their Burbank apartment when they saw a child dangling from a 3rd-floor window. The couple rushed to put their mattress under the window, but the husband, Conrad Leitner, caught the boy and then put him on the mattress. The child's parents had no idea what had happened, but they say they are grateful. And that's all for this afternoon's edition of Matador News. I'm Danny Max.
And I'm Rebecca Lopez. Have a great day, Northridge.